basically all it is. Yeah, and cold plunges.
Yeah.
All right, here we are. Yo, everybody. This is the Mind Body Marathon podcast, and we are live at the Victor Hostel in downtown Cleveland.
Are we live?
Yeah.
So just to get our corporate names right, it's the Victor. They actually don't like the word hostel.
Boom. All right. So
I
sorry,
slip up
Victor.
I slip up all the time. Yeah, it's Host Pros is the actual housing company, and then the new name is the Victor. So
shout out.
Yeah.
Victor.
Shout out.
Well,
It's pretty sweet, whatever it is. And on the show today, we have Kenny Sullivan co-hosting with me, and then none other than Colby Alexander and Johnny Gregorek. So we're here right before the day of the 2025 Guardian Mile, and the race is this afternoon. And are either of you guys racing?
We are not.
No.
We're going to be on the on the cart.
On the cart. Yeah,
having
you guys are going to
like
be doing commentary, right?
We're going to do the commentary.
I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah.
And so you have officially retired, eh?
Official. Yeah.
So it's about did it with a bang, right?
It went. Is it?
No,
okay.
we're all good.
Okay, we're good. Yeah. I don't know. It's been in my back of the head for a while, and Johnny was actually coaching me. Like this
we're
whole
a dream team.
past year. Things are going really well, and then I just we were kind of ramping up training, and I just kind of got hurt again, and I'm like, I'll just stop now.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like you did it with the perfect timing, right?
With the baby.
With the baby.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Yeah. So, baby boy was born last week. So, yeah, I haven't really slept much. I'm usually like super sharp and witty, on these podcasts, but I feel
You
like
look
I'm
great.
half asleep. So
You were using all your energy on Mario Kart.
I was. Yeah. I just got the new Switch just last week. Perfect timing. So
You got to start them young.
just got the baby on the chest.
Yeah.
And just playing a little Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
So Johnny, you racing right now?
No. I also am retired.
You also are retired.
Yes,
All
I
right.
retired in January.
Okay, that I did not know.
Yeah. And so I'm also just excited to be here, cheering, commentating, enjoying it.
How was it on the other side of things?
It's it's fun. It's interesting. I was just out at the U.S. Track Championships, so spectating that for the first time as well. And you still get a little bit like nervous before the race goes off, and watching your friends and competitors still out there doing it. But it's nice to we give it our best when we have the chance. So
Probably almost more nervous, I would imagine.
yeah,
It's weird how that works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. There's not quite that release when the gun goes off. You're kind of like, oh my gosh, nervous the whole time during the race.
Yeah. So, all right. So you guys will be on the cart commentary.
We'll be on the back of the truck. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be holding the camera, and maybe John will be giving some good commentary, and I'll chime in here.
Yeah, no, it'll be we'll tag team it nicely. And for a few years there, Colby was on the truck, and I'd be on the race, and he would just kind of be staring at me the whole time. And
Would he try to make you laugh?
I kind of liked it. It was kind of cool. I'd just chase after him.
Dream team, man.
I'd be giving him cues. Go now.
Yeah. Colby would be my cue man, so it'll be interesting if we can find someone else to give cues to. But yeah, it'll be fun to tag team.
Maybe Brannon.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe.
We were already talking strategy.
Yeah, we were.
So walk me through the year you set the record here. What year was that?
Oh man,
2022.
2022. Thank you,
346,
Kenny. Yes.
And that was about 346.
That was 346, and that was kind of a perfect storm of a race because actually Colby was in that race and he took it out really hard.
That was like a little bit of a nightmare outdoor season for me. I was just like, I was injured constantly, and I couldn't, like, when I kept pulling my hamstring, so I couldn't do anything fast, wasn't fit. But obviously I'm still going to run the Guardian Mile, and I'm just like, I'll just go for the halfway.
And Colby, had a signature racing style of pushing it, going out to the front, Prefontaine style. And he did that exact thing on the hill, halfway through the race. And he pushed it really well up the hill. And then Ben Blankenship took over from there, and he started pushing and chased both of them like at separate points. And it was like almost this perfect, kept building. We kept picking it up the whole way. We came through the half. We ran an uphill half at like
155.
155.
That's the
up
prime
a
record.
hill.
Is it the fastest?
Yeah.
I think 2 years in a row the halfway split was, I think 21 and 22. The halfway split was 155 for the guys.
Those both might have been you. Colby.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because the first couple of years, when like Nick Willis was in there, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to run the course.
Yeah.
At all. So we would go out in like 210.
Right.
It was
Slow.
the first year. I think it was like 208 at the
Yeah.
half. Yeah.
So
It
now
was a ridiculous negative
we
split.
didn't know like that. It doesn't really matter how hard you run that first half.
Yeah.
Because you have that whole second half, and then the free momentum, like that downhill.
Yeah.
And so you could take it out as hard as you want.
You can be pretty gassed halfway and get it all back. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Is it a net drop?
Yes. So it is 4 meters downhill for the whole course.
Okay.
It's not much.
Yeah.
Not much.
It's 3 meters per kilometer.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not much at all. I don't know the breakdown on how uphill the first half is versus how downhill the second half is, but it's net downhill for the whole race.
It really is like that second quarter where it's a pretty steep uphill.
Yeah,
that second
it's
quarter.
rough.
It's like a gradual first quarter.
Yeah, because even on the
steep.
starting line, you don't really notice it all that much,
Yeah.
and then when you're kind of right on that second
Yeah.
quarter, you do notice it.
Yeah.
Like even just
And-
visually.
And they repaved the road in the last like 2 years.
That's a good point. It would be interesting to remember when exactly that repaving was done and if that corresponded to the 2 really fast years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I feel like the footing just
It's
since we
crappy.
started has
Yeah.
gotten a lot
Yeah.
better.
There were potholes you had to dodge and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this building wasn't here. This big apartment building
Yeah.
wasn't here. And from this
Vantage point, yeah.
vantage point, you could see the city and stuff, but not anymore.
Yeah. So what makes this race special for you guys?
Well, I love Cleveland. So Colby always talked up throughout our friendship, talked up Cleveland. And when he mentioned
Colby's like the ultimate Cleveland ambassador for
he
sure.
really is. He really is. And so when this race came together, I was psyched to get out here and check it out. And I love the city, and everyone comes out. Everyone really, appreciates a good sporting event here.
Yeah.
And
Do you like the crowd support?
Oh my gosh, yeah, the community support's great. It's so much fun, and just even the way the race is run, kind of like you get that full it's always somehow like a beautiful night, knock on wood. And then there's like the skyline there, and then you just finish right by the stadium, and it's just pretty idyllic all around.
It's interesting how, especially for the elite races, and especially for the last race. I don't know who's going last this year. Is it the women or the
Still men's.
men? Okay, so the men's side, there's like nobody at the starting line, and you're standing there, you're like, what?
That's what I was just about to ask. What is
race?
it like throughout the whole course, like with fanfare? Is it pretty dead at the start, and it feels a little?
It's great how it builds, and how you once you get to that halfway, you crest that hill, you can see the finish line half mile away. And it's kind of deceiving, but you can also see the crowd.
I always hated that with road races when you see the finish line so far away.
Yeah. So you can see the crowd formed there though, and it gets louder and louder, and then the finish line's awesome. The crowd's great. So
So what's your guys' usually game plan when you're coming in for the kick? Is that just basically waiting for the final quarter, or is it just kind of testing the waters with everybody around you and just kind of hanging on somebody's shoulders for slingshot or what?
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say that I think that the people don't appreciate the fact that the downhill is you're not really gonna tie up too much as long as you have a little something left. You can really sprint for a lot longer than you think. So I'm usually at 1,200 meters, I'm pretty much sprinting all out, and then but then I my big marker is the 2 statues right before. I'm giving away all the secrets here. But the statues that when you go past the actual guardians, and that's probably 150 meters to go. Or something.
Well, that's good to know.
There's the statues, and then there's the point. If you look at the side, barriers of the bridge, the walls, there's a point where those end.
Okay.
And I feel that's probably the perfect spot.
Yeah. Right around. Okay, so right in that range of basically when I would go past those statues, that was when I'd be completely wide open.
Yeah.
And you can really sustain it for a while because you're just getting pushed down a hill. So
That
was kind of how I approached it. Colby liked to sprint the first half up the giant hill.
Yeah. I would like to kind of gas myself the first half, and then I'd have one more move left, and I'd usually go too early, and I get fourth. So But yeah,
man.
it's funny. I mean, it's just like any other track race, really. It's
Yeah.
the last person to go usually wins.
Yes, that's
you
true.
you want to be as patient as possible. I mean, last year
Oh my
you
gosh.
won.
Yeah, I don't
and
know how
there
that
was
happened.
like,
I don't know that anyone knows how that happened.
I think I
I
entered
don't-
some sort
it
of
was-
space-time vortex.
it was
and
crazy.
I
It
don't
was
know what
like from
happened.
here to the camera
Yeah,
and you were still
Yeah.
in fourth place.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that was the camera's the finish line.
Yeah, I
and you
took a
still
good
won.
hard couple steps.
I don't know.
So
I looked
Just
down and
giant
looked
steps.
up, and I was like, oh, Johnny, dang it, you're gonna win 4 in a row. And then I looked up, and you won. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah,
So on the truck last year, it's interesting you mentioned 1200 because I feel like every year that's where somebody starts moving. And last year I think it was Mark Brannon who
Yeah,
is
yeah.
unattached and one of
Yeah,
the other
that was
assistant coaches
cool.
at Eds. And
I
that,
like
that was
that.
always I'm very happy that I'm not doing the elite commentary
Yeah.
this year. One,
Yeah.
I think I'm just very underqualified. Two, like it's hard to stay objective. And
Yeah.
so like 2 years ago, Ryan Adams, who I've known since he was in high school, like he had a huge move, and it's, you're trying to balance like, all right, I want to be
Yeah.
across the board neutral, but also like, come on, Ryan, let's go.
Yeah.
And then last year, like same thing, Mark made a really big move at 1200, and like Johnny was just kind of lurking, and I can't even remember like when I saw him pop out from behind. Like just when I saw him, I was like, he's gonna somehow do this again.
Like,
I
what
don't
were
know
you thinking?
how,
Like, were you
but,
just like really waiting to
um,
the last second, or were you just like, I don't know, and then maybe?
honestly, yeah, I was pretty like tired at that point, and or even in the season, the course of the year, and going into the race, I was like, all right, I can, I want to pull out one last good Guardian mile here. And even throughout the race itself, I was like halfway through it, I was like, oh my gosh, all right, just try to stay close, to try to stay in contact. And that's all I just done saying. It was like stay within like contact of the leaders. And then even with like 200 to go, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, maybe top 3 is good
Yeah.
too. Maybe the podium's good too. Then with like 50 meters to go, I was like, oh wait, I think I can get him. And then I got him. It was crazy.
Did you notice the bad headwind last year? Like, was that something that was in your mind?
Yeah, I was happy about it,
Okay.
especially because I was not in like
Super fast shape.
50
You just
mile
yeah.
shape. I just had to do it off of like I had to grind it out.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
And
that's
so the headwind I knew would slow everyone down just enough to make it more of a kicker's race. which I
Polar
needed.
opposite of the year.
Yeah.
You ran 346
tailwind,
tailwind, and then last year was like a hurricane wind.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was.
So Johnny, what all went into your retirement? What all went into that mindset and the final decision?
Yeah, I just felt like it was the right time. I think and I'm sure Colby felt similarly. You feel like you gave it what you had, and that time comes for us all. You got to make the most of the time that you do have. And then I could tell that I was ready to move on to the next thing, really.
Yeah. What is the next thing? Are you still coaching at all, or are you just going into, because you're a lawyer, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have my final year of law school, so I do a little coaching on the side for fun. But no, eventually I'd like to be in the sports running athletic world somehow.
Plug your Jet Athletics.
I do have my coaching company is called Jet Athletics Club.
All right, there you go.
And it's pretty fun. Yeah.
He's a good coach. He's a really good coach.
Oh, thanks, Colby.
I was gonna make that team until
you were
until I speak.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Great branding.
Yeah.
Great brand name.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I know I hadn't been on your Instagram in a while, and then I went on and I saw the Johnny G thing with the track, and I was like, that's a sweet little logo right there.
Yeah. So my friend Scott Allison is a great illustrator, and he has done all of that logo stuff for me. So shout out, Scott.
Now, Colby, what do you do now? Other than being a dad,
I'm a drug dealer now.
I'm a certified drug dealer.
I'm a certified drug dealer. Yeah, I'm working in.
Do we need to edit that?
No.
No,
I don't know what the ratings on this podcast are.
No, I work
technically appropriate.
I work for a pharmacy, so I'm like a kind of a sales guy for a pharmacy.
I totally missed the joke.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing now. It's good. It's definitely a lot different than running professionally. But
are you keeping a foot in the door with running in terms of like doing it personally or coaching or what? It's
actually been really nice. Like for the first time in my life, not having to like think about running. And I run when I feel like it, and it's great. But yeah, I've kind of been running like every other day. I still like I don't feel like I'm fit, but I'm definitely not fit, but I still lock into like 7-minute pace,
Yeah.
6:30 pace, and then I'm at the end of it, I'm like gonna puke. It's great. I'll go. Yeah, every other day I'll run for like 3 miles or so. But yeah, I still want to eventually run a marathon and do all those.
There's so many
all
fun
those
things in the sport that's left for you. But it's so funny too, talking about pacing. Like, I haven't been running at a high level for about 10 years, and still, if I go to the track and I get on 80s, I'm like, that's marathon pace. Like, it just feels so natural. Like your muscle memory is like
You
still
did it
there.
So long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just interesting how that really never goes away.
Right.
Cardiovascularly it's harder, but mechanically you're like, this is home.
Exactly.
Like this feels new, like natural.
And
it's
everybody
cool.
has like their kind of perfect, stride or whatever, that like their pace that they kind of lock into automatically. And
like we could definitely go to the track and run some 56-second 400s.
I was gonna say, no, seriously though, like
you guys could
go warm up, go like a mile. We could probably.
I definitely could not right now.
We could probably click off some 60s.
Maybe.
We could click off some 60s.
No, you could.
Find out.
You definitely could because
we could.
like I a couple weeks ago, like not having done track work at all for like darn near a decade, I went out and ran a 59 in the adult track night.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
What kind of shoes were you wearing?
Alpha Flies.
Cool.
You gotta go with the
So it's
tight
like
now.
62.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I mean, I run. You put them on and you're not in shape and you run and fast in them, and that's when you notice you're like, this is 100% a cheater shoe.
It's
Like
crazy.
it's definitely.
It's crazy. Yeah. But that's something also to bring up is the first couple of years the super shoes weren't really a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are the rules with that on the road? Is there any rules?
I don't think so.
Not at least for ones that are for sale right now. I think that there's like prototypes you can't wear, but
there's a stack height. There is a stack height.
Yeah.
In order to be sold, the stack height has to be approved.
Yeah.
Well, Adidas has these.
Oh, they have ones you can't wear.
That are they would be illegal for.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do have some for sale, especially in Europe. They have some ones that are different.
I'm blanking on the name of them, but
yeah, there's some rogue ones out there. But for the major ones, you can still wear them and it's fine.
Yeah.
But I know, like in high school and stuff, you can't wear them.
Right.
Yeah.
On the track.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a rule change, I think, just in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But
all right, well, we're kind of rounding third on the episode with you two, and then we'll
cool.
get a couple other bodies over here to talk about some running stuff. So, any final little tidbits you want to throw out there, you guys?
No, just thanks for having us on here. We're excited to be a part of another great event.
The jet stole home.
Well, I think it'll be almost more fun for you guys this year.
Yes.
Just
it'd be
just
fun.
hooting and hollering on the cart and just having a great time.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. It was always good. Hopefully, you won't get a headwind this year. But
no, it should be fine.
Yeah,
it's looking pretty good out there.
Yeah,
a little steamy, but that's it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, awesome. Thank you guys for being on the episode here. Appreciate it. All right, so here we go, everybody. This is round 2 of the Mind Body Marathon podcast here for the Guardian Mile, the day of the 2025 Guardian Mile, and we're at the Victor. And on this second segment, we still have Kenny with us, so Ken Sullivan, and we got Brendan Kidder and Carina. Say your last name. Viljoen. How cool. And all right, so you guys, this is the first time for both of you guys, right?
Yeah. Second time.
Okay. So when did you run it last?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that the really fast year or one of the faster years?
No. I think we had the wind from the wrong direction that day. But to me, it was very fast still.
Yeah.
So it was one of my best races, I think, in my entire career.
Oh,
so,
that's awesome to hear. So hopefully you can reproduce that today.
Yeah, I'm coming off of a very long injury, so this is actually my season opener. So I have no idea what lays ahead for me today.
Sometimes that's the best, though. Like sometimes that's just so fun to just not have any expectations and just go out and compete. Yeah. Especially on a road mile, which is like, a lot less sterile than the track, and it's a little bit more dynamic and.
Absolutely, yeah. That was the thinking behind signing up here.
So what'd you think of the first half of the course heading into the second half with the hill and everything?
It was great. Our year, an Ethiopian took it out real fast. And she the rest of us kind of hung back and kind of just slowly chipped away at it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was actually good. I feel like the hill went by quicker than I thought. And before I know it, I was heading into the downhill and could see the finish line.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where are you training these days? You're with Mammoth, correct?
Yeah, I'm with Mammoth Track Club up in Mammoth Lakes,
Yeah.
California.
And in the colder months, where do you guys go? Do you guys stay there?
Yeah, it depends.
Or do you go down to San Diego still?
We've gone down to San Diego one year. In the Olympic trials year, we went to Florida.
Okay.
Our marathoners needed to go train in that environment and the humidity and stuff. I am from South Africa, so I actually might stay in South Africa a little bit during the colder months this year. Just I feel like the rest of the world all travels to South Africa in like December, and so I always feel funny leaving that time. So yeah, I might play around with it a
Now,
little
what
bit.
part of South Africa?
I'm just outside of Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So how is Dina and Andrew doing? Are they doing good?
They're doing great.
Yeah. They have to be so fun to be around constantly.
It is, yeah, just inspiring, and just to listen to their stories and the things they've done and the people they've met through the years. It's
I ran for Malone, and my college coach was really good friends with Joe Vijo. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yes, we would go to Mammoth. So for 7 years straight, I think they went to Mammoth, and I went 6 of those years and just trained for like 2 months in the summer. And we would run with them. Like literally, we'd do runs, and Dina would do her plyos every day at the park, and is it Shady Park or whatever? Yeah. I mean, it's crazy just thinking about all those days, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
Green Church Road and doing their tempo runs down there.
Yeah, summer months in Mammoth is magical.
Yeah, definitely. So, Brannon, where are you training right now? You're in Seattle, right?
Yeah. I've been in Seattle since January of 2017.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, what part of Seattle?
I live in North Seattle, almost to Shoreline, actually.
Yeah.
So, like, kind of the north suburbs outside of the city proper.
So, what do you do in the winter months? Do you stay there, or do you?
Yeah, we actually do altitude camps in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay.
So we'll do maybe 1 5 6 week camp, either January or February. So we'll get a break from the winter, but the winter really is pretty mild in Seattle.
I always wondered why people go to Albuquerque. Do you like it there?
Yeah, so
I'm not trying to hate on it, but like I've been a couple times for like when they had U.S. indoors there and stuff. But like, and I go and I'm like, I know like that's where like Paula Radcliffe will go, and she kind of made it like famous. But
I'll give you the brief sales.
Yeah, let's do it.
On Albuquerque. So first of all, it grows on you, and secondly, the convention center and like the downtown where you experience when you're there for me is kind of the worst part about it.
Okay.
So we typically stay as high as we can, so like east towards the San Dias.
Yeah.
And we'll stay like above 6,500, like maybe 6,700 feet, and it's kind of nicer up in the foothills.
Yeah.
And the other advantage is like most altitude locations in the U.S. get a lot of snow, a lot of wind, a lot of like weather at that time of year. Albuquerque very rarely gets snow, and if it does, it's like gone the same day.
I had the weirdest experience. One of the indoor meets that I worked, he rode the gondola all the way up to the top of the San Dias.
That's basically where we stay, like by the tram.
So it's amazing. So you do that, and then there were people on the gondola like with ski outfits and skis and stuff. I'm like, what are they doing? There's like literally no snow here. It was so weird. And then you get to the top, and it's like 100% different on the other side of the mountain.
Yeah, it's crazy. You look over and it's like green, and there's like forest and snowy. And
it's so weird. Like on one half of the mountain that gets most of the sun exposure, it's just rocks and dirt, and then on the other half, it's snow and people ski. It's crazy.
Yeah. So we go over there for the weather, and the relative difference, to stay at 67 and then like drive 15 minutes to 5,000.
Drop down. Yeah, that's
like
nice.
A pretty big advantage. Again, like a lot of the altitude locations, it's like a pretty big drive to get to 5,000. So,
all right.
So it's good. It's good for training.
You've given me the best sales pitch here.
you just lock in. There's very zero distractions.
That is a very good point. It's like it's one of those things where you just have to make whatever you're doing home, right?
Yeah.
Like like being a Razorback, you just go to Arkansas, you just do it. Like it's like you don't think that's not a great place to train per se, but you just do it. You just like lock in, and that's your home. And you just can't kind of make it whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that's an important concept. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the advantages of going to a camp too. It's like you're kind of out of your comfort zone. It's a constant reminder, like you're here to work. You're living out of a suitcase. You don't have any of the comforts of home. So it's a good place to just go for 5 weeks and focus up. Maybe not sustainable long term, but for a camp, it's not too bad.
I was recalling on the way here. I was like thinking about it. I was like, oh my God, I think he was on the same team, USA versus Europe. So we were talking about that earlier. So in 2019, Brendan and I were both on the USA. They called it the match, right?
Yep.
USA versus Europe, which Europe ended up winning that meet, which was so dumb. and it was in Belarus, which was the most random place on earth to go. Minsk, Belarus. I think we were actually some of the first Westerners to actually go into Minsk.
I remember being
Oh, wow.
big novelty.
Now you can't go.
Yeah.
It's like you just
Locked
literally,
down.
yeah.
there were Belarusian kids taking photos with us because we were Americans. Like
Yeah,
they hadn't
they
seen
were-
an American before.
It was so different. Like some people were like really mad about it, and some of the
People
bus
were.
stops and the casino that was right there, they were really pissed about it. Like it wouldn't serve you and like give you the cold shoulder. And some of the people were like super interested and like really intrigued.
For sure.
But it was like
It's just
everything you
very
think. They all like wore gray, and it was just very drab. It was such a weird
Like
place.
an Iron
Very
Curtain
weird.
movie or something like that.
Yeah, very strange.
So what? So walk me through kind of like the last couple of years of your career and kind of how you felt about things and how you're feeling about today.
Yeah, the last couple of years especially have kind of gone well. I kind of had a rocky like 2020 and 23. I had a couple of knee surgeries and like finally found some consistency and some health. So training's been going really well. Feeling fit, and just kind of the summer is the most fun part of the season,
Yeah.
really. Like you've gone through USAs and it's gone like you've either made the team or haven't, and the pressure's kind of off. So it's kind of fun to do meets like this where you're not concerned about getting a time to qualify you for something.
Yeah.
Just get to go out there and race and like have some fun. And then I'll race again in 5-6 days, and then again in 3 days. Like things that you wouldn't do in spring.
Yeah.
Where everything's got to be like perfectly like 3 weeks out, and we're gonna like travel and make everything like as ideal as possible. Now it's just like you get to have some fun and just
Yeah,
race.
it's interesting. Like it's the way these kind of road miles and a lot of these like USA meets are set up. It's like it's almost like organized like the a lot of the European track meets and
Yeah.
stuff in terms of timing and everything. But it's a different little motif and style, and I think it's pretty cool. And I if I was in your guys' shoes, I think it'd be pretty fun to do.
Yeah, I like the just the different aspect, and also just I haven't actually ran this before, but just like talking about the community being out here is like that's a novel to like, long track meet or maybe you don't have the most
Yeah.
fandom. It's like it's cool to just get the community involved, and they're racing too, right? So it's
Yep.
like I don't know, it's kind of cool to be a part of that. Versus
I know.
just, like,
I was telling them earlier. I have my I'm running it as well, and then I'm having my 3-year-old daughter run it too. And
Very
it's just
cool.
like be at the first line, just cheering you guys on, and
Yeah.
it's just that's how it goes. Like the majority of people actually did the race and they're seeing the finish and just ready to go for a good show.
exactly. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So how are you today? Feeling pretty good? You feeling
Yeah.
fit this time of year?
Yeah, feeling fit. Feeling pretty good coming off of USAs. I think USAs being so late makes these late season races feel a little better. We're a little
Yeah.
closer to our peak rather than just kind of like hanging on to fitness. So yeah, feeling pretty good about today.
So Karina, moving forward, so some of the meets after this, what are you thinking about?
Well, since this is my season opener, I have a blank slate ahead of me. I'm actually trying to figure out what all is out there and what's up next.
Yeah.
I'll be racing in Falmouth next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's quite a different experience.
yeah. Just well, I'll do the mile.
Okay.
The track
Okay.
mile, and
Not the
then
7.
I'll go have fun on the 7. But yeah.
Will you head to Europe at all?
It's kind of hard. Visa situations for
Yeah.
me. It takes months, so I probably won't be able to make it work out logistically.
Yeah.
So unless there's really something that's like, in September or something that
Yeah.
I could go do. But no, I'll probably try to look local. Maybe try to do some road 5Ks and stuff. And there's a big road running season in October in South Africa, so I might travel home for just a big stint of road racing.
Karina, was it 2 years ago that you qualified for Worlds after running Guardian, I think?
Yeah. It was one of my top 5 ranking point races.
That was so the Guardian Mile is one of the only road races that is on the World Athletics calendar, and that was
What?
the first year. I think there's 6. And it's it's tiered where we're a category F race, and so there's the performance score and then the meet or competition
Yeah.
score, and you don't get a whole lot of extra bonus points like for the competition score compared to like a Diamond League meet or even like a lot of the track races like Sir Walter. But if the course is fast enough, sometimes the competition score alone, or the performance score alone, I should say, can be impactful enough. And that was, 2023 was the first year that World Athletics allowed that for road miles. And so we were like, hey, let's, this is not like cost prohibitive. Let's do this and see how it goes. And I remember Karina's coach actually emailed us in advance and just kind of asking for clarification and like walking through what sort of time, would be needed. And it was honestly like a little bit of pressure to be like, all right, so we did this and we hope that people would come for this sanctioning, but somebody that has a chance to qualify for Worlds actually is going to come now. And I really hope it's not like a 10-mile-an-hour headwind or something like that. Like she doesn't make Worlds because of the Guardian Mile. So it was really cool to see, you come and have a great experience, but then also get the sort of performance that you wanted to kind of stay where you were in the world rankings that year. So
yeah, the world rankings are challenging, having to have 5 races that go well, that count towards your ranking points and stuff. And there's limited races out there that you're either not the world record holder, so you can't get into whatever gold labeled meet or something. So it's really challenging to try to like accumulate as many points as you can. And yeah, that year I was the last person in to make it to Budapest. It was fantastic.
So was that for the 15?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
so
awesome.
the mile counts for the 15. Yeah.
That is so cool. So how was your experience in Budapest?
It was so much fun. It was amazing. Yeah. Definitely worth going.
Yeah, I heard that was a good meet too. I always wanted to you mentioned the race schedule in South Africa. I always wanted to go there and race Comrades.
Yeah, that's our world famous ultra.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my dad's done it a couple times.
Has he?
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Which way should I do it? Up or down?
It depends, I think, on your preference, but I've heard up is easier on the body.
Okay.
You think down sounds funner to send 90 kilometers downhill, but I think it's very hard on the knees.
Yeah.
So from what I've heard,
I think the oldest running ultra in the world, right?
I would believe that. Yeah.
And they just were doing it as training for the Comrades, right? That's pretty much how they did it. For the soldiers and things like that. That's kind of the origin of it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
That was training.
Yeah.
And then one of the years you run it up and then you turn around the next year and you come back down.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they do. So how far is it? Like you said 90 kilometers?
I think 90 kilometers. Yeah.
Okay.
90.
That's cool.
I think it's between 90, 92.
Yeah.
Kind of differs every year. If they have to go around this section on the highway or ditch this bridge or something like that. But yeah, no, it's big deal in South Africa. It's I feel like in the US people, the average person asks you what's your mile time. If you tell them you're a runner in South Africa, it's like, have you done Comrades?
Yeah. That's like Boston here.
Runner. Yeah.
Like so many times, like when I first got out of college, I would work at a running shoe store and then people would find out I never ran Boston or never ran a marathon. And they're like, they talk down to you like there's some elite and you're like, what the heck? Like,
yeah, Dina had a story like that where they wouldn't stop asking her if she's done, I don't know if it was like Chicago or Boston or whatever, until she did it. Yeah. It's like, oh, you have an Olympic medal? Yeah, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like you haven't done a marathon.
Yeah, you're not a real marathoner.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we're kind of rounding third in the episode here. So any final thoughts from you guys about today or the season or the race or anything?
Yeah, really just excited to be racing on Ohio soil again. I'm from Ohio.
At Lancaster.
Yeah, from Lancaster.
What year did you graduate?
2012.
2012.
So been a little while. And I think the last time I've raced in Ohio soil was 2016.
Oh my gosh.
Big Tens. So
that's crazy.
It's been a long time.
Big Tens? Holy cow.
Yeah, so excited to be back racing on Ohio soil.
Oh man, you got to show up today, dude.
I'm feeling the pressure.
OH.
IO, that's right. But also we are Penn State.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You guys are going to be solid this year, though.
Yeah, very, very good team they have this year coming into next year. But excited to race in front of an Ohio crowd.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts from you?
I'm very grateful to be running.
Yeah.
Period. And then, so this is just a very exciting, like, what can happen and where can we take the season from here? So
yeah. Well, thanks so much for being on the show and taking the
guys.
time, and good luck today on the race. And this will drop on Monday, so the race will be over, obviously. But, it's always good to chat with you guys beforehand. And once again, thanks for coming to the Guardian Mile.
For sure. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
And as Karina said, come to the Guardian Mile and you will be the last qualifier for the World Championship.
Boom. There you go.
No promises.
Nice little clip. No promises. All right. Thanks, everybody. Till another week.
Dr. Leo here.
Be sure to check out my new book, Faster Without Fail, Your Guide to Overcoming Injuries and Running Faster Than Ever. It is now available on Amazon. You could read reviews on the Amazon. You can check out what other people have said about it. But basically, if you want to revolutionize your running form and better understand how to stay injury-free within the sport, this is your guide. Feel free to reach out and let us know what you think of the book. I would love to hear your feedback. But again, please check it out on Amazon. Faster Without Fail. Appreciate it. Dr. Leo here. If you want to catch me in another setting, be sure to check out my YouTube page, Running Rehab, where you will find exercises on how to stay healthy with running, how to improve your running form, and a bunch of other tips and tricks on how to get over common injuries. So again, Running Rehab.